Very first time talking about it since it happened Friday.
Okay.
I formed a bond with both of these women. Jade and I, we elevated the women's tag.
Bianca Belair has been at the center of numerous storylines lately, with her character teetering on the edge of a potential heel turn. While she is still largely portrayed as a babyface, the narrative surrounding her in recent weeks suggests that she might be heading in a different direction. There are multiple factors at play that are contributing to Bianca's complicated situation, and it's clear that something major is building, with potential implications for WrestleMania. Abandoning her friends. One of the primary criticisms directed at Bianca in recent weeks is her apparent abandonment of former allies, particularly Naomi and Jade Cargill. These two have been at odds on SmackDown, and Bianca's lack of involvement in their issues has raised eyebrows. Bianca's decision to focus solely on her own quest for the world title after winning the Elimination Chamber could be seen as self-centered. While it's understandable for her to prioritize her own goals, her absence from the situation between Naomi and Jade is causing tension. Jade Cargill, in particular, has openly called out Bianca on social media for vanishing when her friends needed her most. She accuses Bianca of being selfish and neglecting the bonds they shared. This paints Bianca in a negative light and sets the stage for her eventual transformation into a more self-serving character. The idea of Bianca becoming a heel isn't far-fetched when considering how her behavior is perceived by those around her. Whether or not she deliberately isolates herself is uncertain, but it's clear that her actions have consequences in her personal relationships. Emotional toll of losing close friendships. In addition to the external conflicts, Bianca is facing an emotional and mental crisis. She's been dealing with multiple fallouts from her friends, including Naomi, Jade Cargill, Iska, and Rhea Ripley. These were individuals who were once close to her, but now they seem to be turning their backs on her. Losing so many friendships in such a short period is bound to have a significant impact on anyone's mental state. Bianca's psychological struggles are becoming more apparent, and it's likely that her emotional distress is contributing to her shifting behavior. On top of the personal conflicts, Bianca is also facing boos from the audience. This change in fan reception is another indicator that her character's trajectory is evolving. As her former friends distance themselves, and as the fans begin to sour on her, Bianca might find herself at a crossroads, struggling with both internal and external pressures. The tension continues to build. Bianca's inner turmoil is becoming more pronounced in her tweets and public statements. She has expressed feeling pushed to the edge and teased the possibility of crashing out. The more she feels cornered, the more likely it is that her descent into madness will play out on screen. As the story progresses, Bianca's role as the special guest referee in the March 31st edition of Raw presents a significant turning point. The outcome of the match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, which will determine her WrestleMania opponent, is now under her control. Bianca claims to have no preference in the matter, but given her control over the match's outcome, it seems almost certain that she will make a decision that benefits her in some way. The looming question is whether Bianca will use her power as referee to manipulate the match and influence her WrestleMania opponent, thus further cementing her shift towards a more ruthless character. Speculation on Bianca's heel turn. Fans are already speculating that Bianca may be building towards a heel turn, especially considering the power dynamics at play in the upcoming match. Bianca has the opportunity to play favorites in this contest, and there's a chance she could align herself with one of the competitors, either unintentionally or as part of a more calculated move. This decision could further blur the lines between Bianca's role as a babyface and the possibility of her becoming a villain. The idea of Bianca crossing the line as a referee to manipulate the match's outcome aligns perfectly with her character's recent trajectory of emotional instability and selfishness. What's next for Bianca Belair? As WrestleMania approaches, Bianca's story will continue to unfold. The combination of her personal conflicts, mental anguish, and the opportunity to control her future will likely lead to a defining moment for her character. Fans will be watching closely to see if Bianca indeed crashes out, or if she finds a way to reclaim control over her situation. It's clear that Bianca's character arc is heading in an interesting direction, and the next few weeks will be pivotal in determining whether she remains the fan-favorite babyface or transitions into a more complex and possibly villainous figure. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day implodes. While Bianca Belair's storyline is evolving, another major plotline is unfolding surrounding the Intercontinental Championship and the tensions within the Judgment Day, particularly between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. This storyline has the potential to be one of the most intriguing aspects of WrestleMania 41. The Fatal Four-Way Match. At WrestleMania 41, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Braun Breaker will compete in a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. While the match itself promises to be a thrilling contest, the real drama will unfold in the interactions between Finn and Dominic, two of the most prominent members of the Judgment Day. Finn and Dominic's relationship has been a central focus of recent storylines. While they have been united in their goals, cracks have started to form in their partnership. Dominic has been loyal to Finn for a long time, but the upcoming match could be the turning point that leads to a significant betrayal. Dominic's ambition. Dominic has always played the supporting role within the Judgment Day, focusing on elevating others rather than putting himself first. However, during the fatal four-way match, it's expected that Dominic will reveal a more selfish side. The idea that Dominic will turn on Finn, pinning him for the Intercontinental Championship, is a fascinating twist. It would be a shocking move, considering Dominic's history of helping others rather than focusing on his own success. This potential betrayal would mark a significant shift in Dominic's character and could further cement his place as a standout heel in the company. If Dominic pins Finn for the title, it would not only be a huge moment in the match, but also in the overarching story of the Judgment Day. This could lead to a fallout between Dominic and Finn, with Finn finally realizing that Dominic's loyalty to him was never as solid as it seemed. Finn Balor's reaction. If Dominic does indeed betray Finn, the fallout could be monumental. Finn Balor, who has been the leader of the Judgment Day for some time, would likely feel betrayed and humiliated. A loss like this would likely signal the end of his involvement with Dominic, and could lead to a major shift in the dynamics within the Judgment Day. The tension between the two could lead to an explosive rivalry, with both men fighting for dominance within the group and in the Intercontinental Championship picture. Dominic's master plan? Another interesting possibility is that Dominic's entire involvement in the match has been part of a long-term scheme. Perhaps Dominic was never truly loyal to Finn, and his support was a calculated move to ensure his own success. By betraying Finn at the right moment, Dominic could solidify himself as the new face of the Judgment Day, taking the title for himself and leaving Finn to question his place in the faction. The potential for this betrayal is high, and it could be one of the most compelling storylines heading into WrestleMania 41. Fans will be eagerly anticipating the moment when Dominic's true intentions are revealed, and it could have a lasting impact on both men's careers moving forward. Conclusion. What's next? As WrestleMania 41 draws closer, both Bianca Belair and the Judgment Day's internal struggles promise to provide plenty of drama and excitement. For Bianca, the question remains whether she will embrace a darker side or maintain her babyface persona. For Finn and Dominic, the tension within the Judgment Day is at a boiling point, with the potential for betrayal and a shocking title win. These storylines are sure to keep fans on the edge of their seats as the road to WrestleMania continues to unfold.